Greetings, fellow aliens. Welcome to another Software Saturday. Um, and yeah, so as the title says, I'm going to chat a little bit about C++ versus Python, specifically as a first language to learn, as well as work a little bit more on the chatbot that I wrote in the previous Saturday stream, Software Saturday stream. As like I wrote it as sort of a tutorial, but I might flesh it out a bit more this time, and not so much as a tutorial like I'm just gonna flesh it out for fun, not necessarily in the most like instructive way, if that makes sense. So yeah, and before I do that, I think I want to like save. Hold on. Let me just fix my windows here. Is there a rename? Yeah. Okay, we're going to move that one up. Okay, in my list. And let me make sure I can see the chat. Although I don't think you can see the chat at this point. Alright, and well, and now that's going to be confusing for me as okay, here we go. Where am I? CD code slash chatbot, I think I called it. Alright. Just make another copy of chat.py to chat tutorial.py, just so I know that that is what I like, the version that was used in the previous, like in the tutorial stream. Right, I'm actually then I think going to is everything showing up? Okay, cool. Git. We don't have Git in this? Oh man. Oh well, everything's like saved in Dropbox, and I don't think we need like complex version control right now. It looks like there's some work that I need to do on this computer, my streaming computer, to make sure we can, do modern programming stuff. But right now, hold on, let me make sure that I'm can actually run the chatbot, chat.py. Hello, hi, how are you? Good. I'm doing well too. What's on your mind? Nothing. That's interesting. Not really. Tell me more. No. Wait, what? Yep, not telling. Okay, I think I get it. Cool. Nope. Alright, so yeah, just making sure everything from the last stream still works. I can run it, and so now, let me see, move that window back to the front, and yeah. Oh, why did I do that? Why did I resize it? Now it's all going to be cut off on the stream. That's better. It's actually like wanted to make it big for you to see, but that makes it like a really small window, like in order to make the text big. So yeah. So what do we want to do? Okay, so I'm using the same versions of everything as last time. Haven't got around to upgrading stuff. Notepad++, Cygwin, Python 3.4 on this machine because it was what was installed at the time. And I had some trouble upgrading the Cygwin, the version of Python in Cygwin. So we're still on that version. But we want to make this chatbot a little more interesting, I think, and so I'm wondering how we should do that. So right now, just gives us a standard greeting, asks you how you're doing, and then it just does some gives very canned responses. So would be interesting if it would be able to actually respond to what you say to it in some way. So I think that we need a variable for, gosh, this is a small window, like the current subject and maybe a list of subjects. And I don't know, maybe we want to do manage the input in a better way. We're every time we're just calling this input function, and we have to tell it what prompt to use every time. Is this text too, hold on, move it back up. Is this text too small in the Cygwin window? It's probably fine. I don't know. Well, if that's going to be a good size, then maybe this doesn't need to be. Maybe there's a happy medium. Maybe that, and oh, that's the wrong window. Okay, just like that. Maybe that's a little better, except it's too long for the screen. Or too tall. There we go. Ooh. Up a little bit, down a little bit. There we go. Perfect. So I don't know if I want to like So I'm kind of doing like what I was going to teach you not to do in this stream, but I didn't really have enough time to prepare. But the idea is like about sort of planning out what you do, like, well, sort of breaking down a problem, and in fact maybe I'll do that a little bit, sort of like do a little planning for in order to you know, have a better idea of like what to do. So right, we want the and so basically you write stuff down, and so that's what I'm going to do right now. And so basically we're going to need a current subject that the chatbot's going to keep track of, maybe also a list of subjects. What else is it going to need to do? Like it's going to need to get subject from user's text, like the user's type text, like parse it out somehow, and like I don't know. There's like a natural language library that if I was like really, you know, really trying to like doing this right, I'd probably be using that. It's called Natural Language Toolkit. But I'm not using that, so we're just going to keep it simple for now. So it's got to do that, and then when the user says something, we want to like sort of respond to what they're actually saying. Like so we want to respond to users' statements in some way. So what, like, I guess we would want to, like, if they're expressing a positive opinion or a negative opinion about the subject, maybe that would be something we could try to detect. So yeah, positive, negative opinion, maybe, I'm not sure. Or at least, like, I know one thing I've seen other chatbots do is sort of echo back what they're saying. Like, so what you're saying is and then you quote what they say a little bit. Quoting users text What's another? And like we also want to get like maybe like facts, like if we can parse those out of the users, what they're saying. Um, so we need to store them in some way. Parsing them out of a user's text. Keep saying user's text. So I mean, I guess, well then what? Like we have these facts that it sort of knows. I guess we'd want it to state them, ask about them. So like what's the anatomy of a fact? So it has a subject. So that'd be like one way to sort of store them by subject. Has like, does it have a verb? Does a fact have a verb? I mean, sentences have verbs. I mean, we could sort of store them as like subject, verb, object. Like, so some facts are like X is Y, right? The sky is blue. So I don't know, we could start like that and just sort of try it and see how it goes. Subject, verb, object. Like, I mean, if we were using something like like what's it called? Prolog. I wanted to say Fortran, but that's a completely different language. Prolog is like a language that has sort of facts built into it, like the concept of facts. So objects have modifiers. I guess modifiers can affect any like subjects, verbs, objects. Like, so modifier would be an adjective, adverb. What are the other ones? Subject, verb. Are there other? I don't know. That's what I can think of for now. But whoa, sorry, popped up another window in front of me here. So yeah. So we'll have to create, I guess, some representation of these facts, and like a structure to store them in. So how would I do that? So So if each one of these, like subject, verb, and object, and a modifier can be, like a modifier can be more than just a word, right? There's also conjunctions, but those, like, I don't know. Am I just like trying to to code the entirety of language here? But I mean, so this, if our chatbot is going to be intelligent, it needs some kind of model of the world, right? And I'm not like trying to solve the Turing test here, but this is just a little fun experiment. So it's got modifiers. So a modifier could be what, like a whole other fact, right? Maybe. Other fact. So like fact A if fact B. So maybe like conjunction, what is it? Subordinate clause would be after the if. Subordinate clause. Is that what I want to call it? Any linguists, feel free to correct me in the chat here. So subordinate clause. So what is a subordinate clause? Is going to be clause, maybe a preposition, and then another fact, right? So if, I guess if isn't necessarily a preposition, is it? What is if grammatically? I don't know. I'm going to call it a preposition though, and we can change it later if that's completely wrong. Or maybe we're going to need more more kinds of subordinate clauses. So yeah, so our chatbot's going to have facts as its like model of the world, facts about subjects, and we're going to respond to the, like we're going to be able to sort of access these facts via the conversation. So how does it know that we're talking about a fact? So parsing out of user's text. So if the user says x is y, right? That's they're stating a fact usually. So we also want the chatbot to be able to like ask about facts. So it can maybe turn that around. Like if it knows the object of a fact, it could go, is y x, right? No, is x y? Question mark. But the user could ask the same thing. User asks, is x y? So say yes, yes, no, I don't know. Let me save this just so I don't like save. Was this plan.text, chat plan plan.text. So we can have the user ask about facts or state facts. We can have the chatbot stating facts, right? And maybe so here's a question. If the user says something, should we assume it's a fact, like a statement of fact, or what? Like, I guess we kind of have to parse it out from their text that they put in. So let me go back here. So yeah, I think I was talking about how we might not want to have each function that's dealing with text, dealing with responses and emitting, or the user's responses and emitting the chatbot's responses to be individually printing out and calling input. I'm not sure that well, I don't know. Not sure we need to worry about that right now, though. So if we were an object-oriented purist, the chatbot there should be a class for chatbot, right? And then we would instantiate it here in the main area, right? And so then the things that we would ordinarily call global variables, they could be class methods, right? Or class member variables. So we could say we're not using global variables. But yeah, but we do need think by coding a little bit here. So class for facts, it's going to have, crap, I don't have adders or anything like that on here, and there aren't data classes in this version of Python. Which, okay, anyway, under init self, so we need subject, verb, modifier. So object, do we need, is object optional? We'll say it's optional. Subject, verb, object, modifier is optional. None, not nope. Self.subject, subject, the subject, self.verb equals verb, self.object equals object, self.modifier. No, wait, modifier. Oh, okay, that can modify subject, verb, or object. How do we want to store that? So I mean, we can make each one of these, subject, verb, and object, we could make those tuples, potentially. Or we could just, I mean, the like dumb way would just be self dot subject modifier, the modifier equals subject modifier, and have that be another like parameter up here. Subject modifier. Wait, I'm thinking like I want to have fact be a name tuple rather than a class. So it's going to have subject, verb, and object. So wait, so can modifier refer to the entire sentence, or will it, or would it just refer to one of these? So the modifier could refer to the entire sentence, I'm pretty sure. It could be like, yeah. So and then I want to have modifier be like a name tuple, I think. And I mean, the reason why I think that would be more like elegant, I need to look up the syntax for name tuples first, though. Python, should I be named tuple? Just Googling. Okay, so I should do, I think, let me, hold on, just save this here, and switch back to the, no wait, switching windows doesn't switch it in the stream, so there we go. Alright, no wait, and now me switching in the stream, there we go, okay. Just getting my wires crossed there for a second. Python 3, okay, named tuple, right, from collections, import named tuple. This is like just calling Python from the console is a good way sometimes to try out different bits of syntax that you can't remember. Like, so yeah. Like, I mean, if you've got to pass a test or like impress someone in an interview, maybe you need to remember everything, but like in reality you don't, like as a working programmer you don't keep everything in your head all the time. This would be a good thing to keep in my head though, named tuples, I think, because they're useful. And they're part of the standard library, so it's not like they're gonna go away. So named tuple, and the syntax was fact equals named tuple fact, and then I do, hold on, just make sure that Okay, so we just do a list of the switching to the wrong window again. We do a list of their member items, right? So it's subject, and we're doing it as string, verb, object. So in the last stream, if you saw that, I was using double quotes. As long as you're using the same, and I'm using single quotes here, basically the apostrophe for strings. You can use either in Python. As long as you use the same, they're slightly different. Like if you have escape characters, they'll be escaped in double quoted strings, but not in single quoted strings. But okay, so fact1 equals new fact. Programming is fun. Fact1. Alright, there we go. So now we have a name tuple. And I don't know, data classes might be sort of like taking the place of name tuples in the newer versions of Python. I guess we'll see about that. I need to dig into data classes a bit more. Maybe I'll do that like for a stream in the future. So yeah, I wanted one for fact and then one for like modifiers, like a name tuple for modifiers, right? Modifier equals named tuple. Modifier. Do I really want to capitalize these if I'm like going to be using them all the time? I don't know. So reposition, and then so the object of the preposition, right? Which could be another fact, or it could be just some like value, like an adjective or something, right? Modifier. So is the a modifier? Preposition and then object of the preposition. Do I want indirect objects? That's something to think about that I don't want to think about right now. What is an indirect object? It's like I give you the spoon, right? So then spoon is the direct object. I give the spoon. And you is the indirect object, but that's basically a modifier of, well, is it a, no, it's not a modifier of spoon, it'd be a modifier of give. So it'd be a modifier of the verb. So, excuse me a second. It's not a dry cough, don't worry. Alright, so we've got facts, which are basically like the root structure of the sentence, and then modifiers, which and I don't know, like, is tuple the right thing if like object is optional? Might just be reinventing the wheel in terms of like natural language processing here. Hence that thing I mentioned, natural language toolkit, which yeah, which if you're like serious about writing chatbots, or like, it might be something to check out. I haven't checked it out, but anyway, we're not serious here. We're just playing around. So now that I have fact and name tuple, and actually I'm going to copy these into the other window. Oh, what? Oh crap! It's the Windows/DOS thing where it does copy and paste. Like, it Control C is not copy and paste. It's anyway. You don't need to worry about that right now. But I'm going to put that in my. Let's see. I'm going to switch windows here. Bloop. No. No. There we go. So you can see what I'm pasting. From collections, import named tuple. Some people call them tuples. I have no opinion on that, except tuple is right. And then the other window. Copy. Oh, trying to paste into the OBS window here. There we go. So like, okay, let me switch back to the Sigwin window where I'm playing around with this. That's not the Sigwin window, that is my OBS window. There's the Sigwin window. So we also wait. I'm not sure I'm doing the modifier thing right though, because it's not just like a modifier sort of belongs to the thing it's modifying, right? Or at least it needs to be related to it. So the modifier needs to have like a subject in it, right? Modifier, I'm not sure why my computer made that sound. Some kind of notification, which is probably, hopefully not important. I don't know, Windows is just spamming me about something. So yeah, here's an example of like, I think I mentioned in the last stream how like some share, like, or what is it, standard library things violate the convention of having Pascal case class names essentially. Well, I mean, okay, so this is a function actually to create a name tuple, but in that case, like it should be snake case, right? So like that. But that's not how they did it. So name tuple of modifier. And in fact, I think I'm going to shorten this to mod, because if that's something I'm going to be typing all the time. So subject, do I want to call it subject? Because we're already calling something subject in the fact name tuple. I mean, it is the subject of the modifier, but we'll just call it the subject. Why not? Subject, preposition, object. Okay, so now we have, and I'm going to lowercase the fact name tuple, I think. I don't know, maybe we shouldn't do that, but if we're going to be typing it all the time, it might be better. So what if we want our sentence to be like, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. So we're essentially like diagramming this sentence here by like breaking it down into facts and modifiers. And I don't know if it's appropriate to call it a fact, but like the basic part of the sentence would be fox jumped. So fact and if I leave the third one off, will it error out? Yeah, okay. Jumped none. But then odd jumped wait, hold on. So jumped over the lazy dog, right? Mod dog lazy, right? So hold on. But also has to be, so we'll make that a list, right? The lazy. Maybe should make it a tuple, but who cares? So hold on. So dog jumped over the lazy dog. And then Fox needs, it's a quick and brown, right? So that's modified. The quick, so Fox. So, but we're not, it doesn't have a preposition though, does it? Fox, no preposition. And then quick brown. And let me check my parentheses here, right? Nah. I'm probably missing some closing parentheses somewhere. To open. Forgot the word the for Fox, but that's not gonna cause it to like fail to parse. Mod jumped. Dog the lazy. I don't know. Let's add some more. Missing one. Okay. Which one did I miss? Missing one positional argument object. So the object of, I don't know if I should use the word object because that's like a built-in, isn't it? Like, I don't think it's going to cause any problems. Like we're only going to use it as the field name of this name tuple. So we missed the object of the preposition or something. So let's try this again. So Fox quick brown, and we need the quick brown Fox. The right so that closes mod. Crap. Okay, so I'm going to need to like do this in a different window because it's confusing, which might indicate, okay, so we're going to lowercase these. Oh boy. Okay, and you're not seeing the window I'm typing in. There it is. So yeah, so I lowercase these, and just making sure I can see the cursor there. Okay, so fact mod. That's weird. It looks like fact is indented a slight little bit. but it's not. So we're just so this one has what? Subject, preposition, object. Okay, and this none is the object of the sentence, right? The object of the fact, which is a sentence, but so in this modifier, so over the lazy dog modifies jumped. And okay, we're missing a parentheses in here, right? So this modifier, or this parentheses closes the modifier, parentheses. Okay, so let's put it back in the other window, and that's not the other window. Okay. Can you clear the screen? I don't think I can do that within Python, but not without like calling out to the shell. Paste. Oh, missing one positional object, argument object. Okay, so that is we didn't change anything, did we? So fact has, so we're doing, hold on. So I think we did right, we changed that in Sigwin. We didn't change it in the Notepad++ window, right? Shoot. I keep like switching to it's not going to tell me it's fields. This is not being as helpful as I thought it was going to be. So mod equals subject, position, object, right? So, but I don't know if this was going to like, hold on, switching the windows back again. Come on. I'm not sure which one is missing the object though. Got subject, preposition, object, subject, preposition, object, subject. Oh, okay. None. No preposition, object. So now I should be able to switch to Cygwin and then switch it in Windows. Okay. And Control V is not paste in Cygwin. Paste. Yay. Okay, so it actually like is syntactically valid. It's not very readable, is it? So now we've got sort of a template for a model of the world. Let's see. So we would want to store like facts about each subject, right? So like knowledge equals a dictionary, right? And then like dogs. So if we want to store a fact about dogs, right, we would do knowledge. Am I spelling that right? About dogs equals some fact. Or actually, we would want to do like a set of and then we would add to that set. Is it just plus, or would you add new fact? So I mean that that wouldn't tell our chatbot that given that we're talking about, we know this fact about dogs. Like if we know a fact about dogs, then if we are talking about a dog, like the fact should apply to it, right? But our chatbot wouldn't necessarily know that. But like it doesn't need to be like a genius at this point. I'm not even streaming this. Sorry. I'm not even streaming the windows. And so to recap what I was just talking about. like, so the knowledge that the chatbot has, that can be just a dictionary. This is a dictionary literal. And basically, like, so if you didn't see the last stream, this wasn't something, dictionaries weren't something I covered. But it's like dictionaries store like the data structure dictionary in Python stores like some value for some key. So you can store a set for the value dogs. I'm not explaining that well. And maybe I will at some point in the future. If you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat. But so anyway, that's kind of how we're representing knowledge at this point. So our knowledge base is a dictionary, like indexed by subject, and then, and actually we shouldn't be like, like we shouldn't be using a list here. We should be using a tuple. You're seeing the right window I'm on, right? Yeah. Okay. So because, like, if we're going to use a modifier, or if we're going to use a fact as the like index value here, what is it? As the key of this dictionary, then it needs to be hashable, and lists are not hashable, but tuples are hashable, which is like a minor detail in Python that may come up in like programming quizzes that a potential employer will give you. Like the usual answer, like, can you use a list as a dictionary key, is why would you want to do that? Like, that's the right answer. Why would you want to do that? But like the correct test question answer is you need it to be hashable, and lists are not hashable, but tuples are. I'm not bitter about that particular job application. Moving on. So yeah, so I guess we sort of know how our chatbot is going to represent knowledge. The question is how to translate between that knowledge and the conversation that it's having. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. So I guess first of all, we need to like distinguish what kind of sentence the user is typing, right? So distinguish types of sentence, of message, right? So it could be statement, could be question, could be a command. What's the other one? Exclamation. So like, how is it going to distinguish these? I mean, ends in question mark for one thing, for a question. So a command starts with you, or has an implicit subject, or you would like to address the like address the subject by name or by some other like identifier. Like e.g. bot do this. So I could search for the word you. Like that'd be, or I could search the word, like I could search for whatever name we're calling this chatbot by. What is goodbye? Is goodbye an exclamation? I don't know. So I mean, like we can start with like whether it ends in a question, or starts with is, with a question word. Is, does. Of course, sometimes like you might type something in a like grammatically incorrect form, like am good, is fine, is red. But I don't know, like maybe it would like interpret that in its own way. Like if I say is good, would it say like it would realize that that sentence has no subject, so it would say what is good. Okay, so I guess we need to like have a set of question words that we would check for. Question words. So this all is just like example stuff. I'm going to put it in a quote string, multiple line comment string. But we need like a list of question words. Question words equals, do we want to do a list? List is fine for now. Is, does, what, am. Question starting words. Are you, So I think what we want to do, like we want to have like a process for how we're parsing the user's input. Like first we break it down into individual words and then like normalize it by lowercasing it, probably. Let me okay. Parse users message. Break into, well, they might actually type several sentences, but do we want to handle that right now? Break into, well, we break it into sentences if there are multiple, I guess. Says breaking into words. Like for each sentence we would break into words slash tokens, and a token being like, so we could like break it up by spaces, and then if any of them have like, well, I don't know. Well, so like a token would be like a word or a question mark or something like that. But like if we're, in order to break it up into sentences, we already kind of have to do that. Break into tokens. Two tokens. Break it into sentences, then break it into words. Words. Normalize words, lowercase. So I don't think there might be that much time to talk about C++ as a beginning language. The TLDR of that is that C++ might actually be better because, I don't know, because the data types are purer, if that makes any sense. Like an integer is an integer in C++. Whereas Python is like, it automatically changes to floats if it needs to. It automatically does big ints. Anyway, that's like kind of off topic for everything we're working on. But it's in the stream title, so I wanted to like mention it. So like, I don't think we need this class here anymore. We're using the name tuples. We do need like a function for breaking up into sentences. Actually, we want one just for tokenizing, right? Def tokenize text. So like to start with, we would want to tokens equals shoot text dot split dot split, right? That does it based on white space, I'm pretty sure. Let me Google that real quick. Python string dot split. Don't want W3 schools. I want I don't know. Maybe I should like split. Return a list of words using sep as delimiter string. If sep is given, consecutive delimiters are not grouped together and are deemed to delimit empty strings. For example, sep argument may consist of multiple characters. Sep is not specified. A different splitting algorithm is applied, runs with consecutive white space, or regarded as a single separator. Okay, so that's what I was wondering about. And the result will contain no empty strings at the start or end of the string if the string has leading or trailing white space. Consequently, splitting an empty string or string consisting of just white space with none separator returns empty array. Or empty list, rather. Cool, cool. So yeah, I just call split. So what I googled for that was Python stir.split, I think. Yes. And then it took me to, or when the one I picked was Python, the one on docs.python.org, which actually was for Python 3.3. Why did it give me the doc for 3.3? But anyway, so if you want to, oh crap, it's not going to let me do that without, like, why wouldn't it let me, it's a text editor, it's not, okay, so you can just remove that and put it as 3, and that should, like, give you the, whatever the latest version of Python 3.x, yeah, and so that was the URL that it was the one I picked and to look at. So just in case you wanted to like get an idea of how how I figure out what the heck I'm doing. So a naive tokenize function might just return that. I don't know if return tokens. But if I want to I want to like, so I want like if there's a question mark on the end of a word, I want like the word and the question mark to be a separate token. So let me think how I want it to do that. So maybe that should be a separate function. Not sure. So we will add tokenize word. So we assume this is a word without ending like without any white space in it. Like white space being a space, a tab character, new line, or what have you. But we want to split it if like we want it to split into like the word and the punctuation. So alright, so punctuation characters equals, whoops, let's see, exclamation point, question mark, period. And yeah, let's see, so if text, the last character of it in punctuation, did I spell that right? So then we want the word equals to or equal to text up to -1, and then okay, I think I'm doing that right. And that might be something I need to test in the console. Else like text. Actually, so unless, wait, so if this is like, if len of text equals 1, return text. Because if it's, yeah, lf text -1 equals, so -1, like slicing like this, this like this should mean the last character of the string. or last character of the collection, which in this case should be a string. And so then we slice it here. So the way that those work is so list name start colon stop colon step, right? So so yeah, and -1 basically it starts with the end and goes -1 from there. So this, and so if you leave, so this would start from the beginning since there's nothing before the colon, and go stop at 1 from the end. This would start at 1 from the end and stop at the end, right? So, and this one is not a slice. It just means the character, in this case, that is at the 1 from the end position. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah. So I think this should work. Let me try it out in the console. Make sure that I'm switched in streaming software, and then paste. Okay. See how many syntax errors I made? No. Okay. Tokenize word. Foo should just be 1. Nope. What is wrong here? Unorderable type string to int. What? Len of oh, my bad. Hold on. I know what I did. So len of text. Oh, that's len of text less than equals 1. It should be len of text less than equals 1. Right? See, that's why we try it out. So switching back and then switching back for me. Alright, so paste. Whoop, nope. Control V is not paste. Oh crap. I do know how to use a computer. What now? Okay, maybe I didn't, maybe I like overrode my copy somehow. And paste. Alright, tokenize word. Foo. Should just give the word foo as 1 token, a list of tokens of which there's 1. Foo question mark. Yeah. If it's just a question mark. Do. Oh, I don't know about that though. Except no, by the time it gets to tokenize word, it should have already like taken out the white space, so that's fine. Okay. Hello. Fool. Okay, so no, this is supposed to be 1 word, so like, so that's fine. Right. I don't know what we're doing about commas though. I mean, maybe we should include that in our punctuation though. But like we would need to treat that differently. Let's see. So I think I've tested all three of those cases in the console. So cool. Switching the windows back. Right. All right. So what do we want to do with commas? Like, I don't know. I'm just not going to deal with it right now. But now we need to call tokenize word from tokenize. And like, I think I'm going to make this a generator because why not? For word in text.split. For token and tokenize word of word yield token. Right, so that should, let me try this out in the console, make sure it's all like functional and whatnot. Pasting. Okay. Tokenize. Hello, how are you? Question mark. Maybe I should just treat comma as the same as period. I don't know. List of previous command result. Hello, how are you? Question mark. All right. List of tokenize. Hello, how are you? Switch that to a period for now because it's just going to add that to the same token. Hello, how are you? I am good. Single quotes. Hello, period. How are you? Question mark. I am good, period. Okay. Now we need to break this up into sentences. And so I am, I think, going to add comma to the end of this. I mean, it's not exactly, like it doesn't exactly separate sentences always, like, so I mean it separates clauses, right, sometimes, but sometimes it separates a list. But anyway, I think we need to like include it in our tokens. Like commas need to be tokens within our natural language processing system that we're building here. Question words. So then of course we need to sentencify tokens. So like for token in tokens, let's see. Maybe I need to like include punctuation out like as a separate, and I'll make it uppercase because it's a constant. See. Okay, sentence dot append token. Pretty sure it's append. I always get confused if it's append or plus equals, but I think it's anyway. Okay, and then if token in punctuation yield sentence, and then we empty out the sentence, or we create a new empty sentence, right? And then if len of sentence greater than 0. Can I just do if len of sentence? Or no, I can just do if sentence, right? I think that works. Yield sentence. Like so if we have something on the end that doesn't end in punctuation, we still yield what's left. I think that'll work. So now we try it out. And I'm not pasting into the OBS window. I totally didn't try to do that. Oh, and I didn't type the wrong paste key. There it is. Sentencify. Well, let me list it. Sentencify. What do you mean punctuation is not defined? Oh, because fine. Gotta paste this whole thing into the console in order to test it. I think there's like so basically, like, let me switch windows just to show what I'm doing. Show my work. So yeah, I'm gonna copy this whole thing so that these ones up here, tokenize and tokenized word, get redefined, and we do have something called punctuation in the console where I'm testing it, and paste. Oh, come on. Is it gonna make me crap. Okay, let me do these things individually then. Okay, then we get tokenized word. Let me see if I can do this the way it wants me to do. Shift insert. Yay. And then, and you know, I should, like, ideally I would add unit tests so that I am not like manually testing these each time. Shift insert. Whoop, what did I just do? Almost deleted a function out of the source file. Okay, now I should be able to do list of sentenceify of tokenize hello, how are you doing? I am fine. Blah. It worked. Okay, so now we're tokenizing it. We've got one sentence that is hello and then the comma. And we've got a sentence that's how are you doing? Question mark. We've got one that's I am fine, period. Another one that's just blah. Okay, let me try the other thing again to make sure it does like, so yeah, okay, one ending in just period. Or what about the empty string? Whoop. Let me switch windows again. It's just adding a comment to this. At start of sentence indicating a question. And so let me see. Let me add some more parsed into a fact consisting subject of a subject, verb, and object. These can word or e.g. the quick Now, will we actually be able to parse this sentence into this representation? I don't know. There's our disclaimer. Key is either a string or a modifier. The value is a set of facts about that subject. All right. Documentation. Yay. So now we know how to sensify. We know how to break into a sentence. We should be able to represent, should be able to tell whether something's a question based on whether, I mean, not 100% like, but like if something starts with a question word or ends with a question mark, we should be able to tell fairly easily whether it's a, or fairly certainly whether it's a question or not. So what do we do if the user states a fact? Like, we should just say okay. I mean, obviously we store that fact as the truth. But then we say what? Okay? Acknowledged? Do we try to understand the fact at all, or like compare it to other facts? That may be a goal for like future development. But at this point, like, we're not even like, I don't know. So this is like the lame conversation here. Oh, no, we don't want to. Okay. Good conversation. So like, I don't want to go too long on this stream. It's been almost 2 hours already. But I think that when we come back next time, might be probably next Saturday, Software Saturday, is we're going to add to this function like the ability to so to take the well, wait a sec. Let me just code what I can right now and see what's left, because and probably going to have a similar structure to the previous one. But yeah, all right. So actually, I'm gonna copy some from the previous version of it. Okay. So then do a different thing under the in the else clause of this. So then we're gonna tokenize. Oh boy, hold on. So sentences equals list of tokenize of sentenceify tokenize answer. Right? That should be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we got one too many, two too many parentheses at the end. So we've got a list of sentences. Do something for each sentence. So if the first word of the sentence, so like, are we going to have empty sentences? If len of if not sentence continue, continue, which I didn't go over in the previous stream. Continue means, actually I didn't go over for loops in the previous stream, but it should be, I mean, if you're familiar with while loops, like a for loop is like you're looping over a list. I did generators in this stream and I didn't go over them either. Like, this is not really a tutorial stream. Okay, so basically continue means go on to the next iteration of the loop, right? So if it's an empty, so if one of the sentences is empty for some reason, it goes on to the next iteration of the loop, assuming there is one. If it's the last one, then exits the loop. So if we've got, and I should like, so let me, first of all, answer equals lower of answer. Just make it all lowercase. So very simple thing, like a fact like x is y or is x y, we can probably handle this like pretty quickly, right? So if sentence element 0 equals is, then that's a question, right? And we need, like, we'll just have our knowledge base be like knowledge equals empty dictionary. So if sentence is, so if the sentence starts with is, then we're going to look at our knowledge base. And so crap. So then the subject of the sentence, so we're not really going to be parsing into a like this data structure yet. Like, we're going to need to do that, but we'll do that, try to do that next stream maybe. So subject greater than so if it's just if the sentence is just the word is, then I don't know. Hold on. Thinking for a second here. Okay, so we'll just assume that the sentence has to be, or the sentence has to be 3 tokens long, right? And if it's not, and I'm not gonna like deal with the with question mark being a token, but then print, sorry, subject equals sentence 1, object equals sentence just the rest of a sentence is subject from 2 on, I guess. I'm not going to cut off the question marks at this point. So we're getting close to the end of the stream. So to do cut off punctuation. I already said it was is. Verb equals is. Okay. And so now that we have the subject, object, and verb, we now have basically a fact, right? So fact switch that to a tuple just because I don't know, we might not need to do that, but so we're gonna access our knowledge base now. Knowledge get subject none. No, we'll get empty set if it's not in there, right? Actually, like, so if it's not in there at all, if result is none, so if it's not in there at all, I don't know anything about, and we don't have f strings in this Python version, about subject. All right, so we've gotten a set of facts from the knowledge base. So if fact of subject, verb, object in result, print yes. Else print no. All right. So assuming we can actually get these facts into this, so the object is okay. A tuple of a sentence. Okay. I mean, it'll work. It'll work for now. We're going to want it to be like like we're going to want to want it to be in this this format here, where it's sentences and it's like either a string or a modifier, right? But for now, it should be fine. I think it should be fine enough for this initial testing. So if the verb is, then it's a question. Okay. So if, okay, so then we want sentence 1 equals is, and if that's the case, then it's a statement. Let me make sure I'm at the right indentation level. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing in this. Maybe I should I don't know. It's fine. So, but we want a sentence of at least 3 words, even though we're going to be treating a punctuation mark as a word the way we currently have it. So if it is at least 3, so subject equals sentence 0, 0, verb equals is, object equals the rest of the sentence, as a tuple. All right. So result, I'm going to call it result again, equals fact of subject, verb, object. And okay, so I'm going to call it result. I'll call it F for the fact, for the current fact. So we're going to get from our knowledge base, wait, hold on. Set knowledge set equals knowledge dot get subject. Wait, supposed to none if knowledge set equals, no, if it is none, then we'll do we're going to add that to our knowledge base. And it's a mutable set. Subject. Or is it? Hold on. It is they are mutable, right? Pretty sure. Hopefully they're mutable. Might have to change some things if they aren't. One sec. Okay, so now we have a set that represents the knowledge about subject, and so if f in, if it's f not in knowledge set, I didn't know that. And in any case, knowledge set add our fact f. Maybe I'll change this to new fact just so it's clear. New fact. And only used it in one place. Okay, guess I did. I mean, like, is there a way to do that in like one, like test if it's in it as in the, and adding it in the same function call? I'm not sure. There probably is. So we're doing our, and what if it's not? So if it's not one of these one of these two possible sentence formats, is this the right indentation level? No, one more. Else print that's interesting. I mean, I don't really need to add if it's not. I mean, if it is in the knowledge base, right? Anyway, we should now be able to, assuming, which I probably did, that I didn't make any errors. I should be able to run this. Oh wait, one more thing here. Uh-oh. Something's wrong because I can't scroll down. Did I cut off the? Oh, this is was collapsed. Very convenient. We called this what? Good conversation. Good conversation. Good conversation. Do we even want to like? We're just gonna have it skip the greeting and, well, oh, it'll greet me, but not do the catch up, I think. So switch to sigwin. We'll exit out of this. The wrong window again. There we go. Quit out of the Python interpreter thing, and then okay, calling chat.py. Hello, hi. Okay, so now it's looking for a fact, right? Sky is blue. Oh no, no. Lower is not defined. I thought that was a built-in. I thought lower was a built-in function in Python. All right, to the Googles. Python lower. Maybe it's str.lower. Text.lower. Okay, okay. Cool, cool. So switching to, so you can't see this search window, the Control F window, can you? Anyway, lower, searching for that. Answer equals. Okay, so it's going to be answer.lower. So switching windows again. Okay. Hi. I'm going to just have it, well, no, I'm going to put it in the good conversation. Switching windows so you can see what I'm doing. Very professional. Print. So ask me something. There we go. Now, switching windows. Takes me the whole stream to learn to switch windows, right? Get out of there. Restart it. Hello. Hi. So tell me you're asking me something in something. Misspelled that. I'm going to fix that, but I'm not even going to switch windows because all right. Is sky blue? I don't know anything about sky. Sky is blue. Oh, I apparently used F one more time that I didn't change. Okay, that's how it goes. So, new fact. Wait, hold on. So in this, it should give a line number, right? Line 145 if F not in knowledge set. Cool, cool. So switching windows, which I totally know how to do. If F not in knowledge set, this should be if new fact not in knowledge set. Okay. Alright, so hello. Hi. So tell me or ask me something. Sky is blue. Huh, I didn't know that. Is sky blue? Yes. Is sky green? No. Sky is green. Is sky blue? Yes. Is sky green? Yes. Is sky red? Okay, so not very advanced grammatically. Sky. The sky is a big. Now I don't think it's going to be able to like the sky. It's not going to like recognize that as a subject at this point. Let's go. Sky is a big thing above us. Is sky a big thing above us? Now it's going to interpret that differently currently if I don't have the period. Is sky a big thing above us? With no period or with a question mark, it's going to say, what? Shouldn't that interpret it as a question? Is sky blue? Is sky a... Maybe because I like backspaced over something but it still had a character there? I don't know. Big thing above us. Right? If I have the period, is sky a big thing above us? Period. Yes. So, not the smartest chatbot in the drawer, but it's starting to get more interesting, right? Because it can sort of know things, and we can ask it about things. And so, hopefully, next time we can make this a little more intelligent and like better able to like parse out what we're telling it, and maybe that'll be fun. I'm excited. I don't know about you. Bye. Okay, that took a long time to exit. That's odd. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Let's see, it's Saturday, so Monday I should be doing some kind of music stream around 6 p.m. Eastern. Music Monday, Software Saturday. Get it? Because they start with the same letter. Tuesday and Thursday, usually shoot for 6 p.m. Get some kind of game stream. Lately it's been Half-Life 2 or Dyson Sphere Program. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this and or found it educational. Until next time, so long, fellow aliens.